Mm. Welcome back, everybody. We got a part two. We got a two-parter
Twofer.
of the old gaming and drinking cast, episode 10, part 2. If you're just joining us, I'm Adam Gogan.
I'm Travis Casey.
Joined by, the old Travis Casey. And the reason we are doing a two-parter is because literally while we were recording yesterday, the PlayStation Showcase 2021 went down. And that's kind of what we're going to be covering, and that's the news. So,
it's a big one. It's basically their E3 conference, but done Nintendo Direct style.
I really, really liked it too.
It was banger after banger.
It was the best conference they've put on in quite a while.
Yes.
But yeah, I'm ready to talk. I literally just watched it like 20 minutes ago, and so
all right, we'll go over my beer real quick.
Oh yeah. What you drinking?
D9. Out of Charlotte, North Carolina. This is an Imperial Pumpkin Ale. It's called Head of the Horseman. It's got really cool cover art.
I like that.
Can art. It's a 10% pumpkin ale. So it's competing with like your pumpkin and all that stuff.
Nice.
I've not had this. This is a new release from them. So
it's got a nice color.
Yeah, it looks really good. It looks kind of like the Note of Gorgeous yesterday.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Strong as hell.
It's good. It's really strong, but it's got like a really like the cardamom and cinnamon is really what it's less pumpkin-y and more almost tastes like walking outside and fall leaves are falling down.
Oh my God.
That's good. I'm a fan.
Nice. I am having another one of those Edmund's O's sensuous forces.
So you're going to get sensual again.
Oh, we about to get sensuous.
All right, hit me.
All right. So
it's fresh on your mind, so
I took copious notes as well.
Cool.
And I
watched it twice, so I know a little bit, but
yeah. So let's just start with the intro. That shit was fucking weird.
Yeah, I guess I kind of ruined that one for you yesterday, but I was too excited.
No, you didn't ruin it for me. I had no. Whenever it first started, when I was watching it today, I was like, "What the heck?" It was like they were playing chess.
That thing that was weird as fuck. Yeah. I don't. Because it was live action and it's like the Queen's Gambit. I'm like, what the?
So like they were playing. These two guys were playing chess, and then like I guess there was
one had a crown on.
One had a crown. He was the king. It was the kings on either side of the board were playing.
No, I got the metaphor, but still, like
it was right on the head, dude. And then they had the pawns, and the pawns were like these like graffiti artist people, like I was like,
riding through.
Yeah, so
it almost looked like a Saints Row trailer at some points.
Yeah, but then they would have like they had Nathan Drake, like a painting of him on a skyscraper, and then they had like a statue of Aloy in there somewhere.
Yeah, and they had a painting of Kratos and
Atreus?
What's his name? Atreus in the background of the one guy's apartment.
Yeah.
Just a weird. And you can tell they spent a lot of money on this. For what purpose? Like, I didn't really understand what they were going for there. It was cool looking, but like
it was cool looking, but it made no sense at all. It was so like they were trying to be real artsy with that shit.
It didn't have like any. It wasn't like a specific game they were advertising. It was just like brand.
At first, I thought it was a game. At first, I was like, "What game is this?" But then it was like, "Oh, this is just their weird, like, sizzle intro."
Yeah, and they always do that, but I feel like this is the most overblown production they've done yet.
Well, I mean, usually when it's in the E3 conference, they're doing it in the hall, and it's like usually like something really cool, and they got like some symphonies playing, and
it's usually like sizzle reels of like gameplay footage and stuff like that. Like, here's God of War, here's Aloy, here's blah blah blah. But this was just
get ready for bizarre. The newest game from PlayStation. Chess.
Right, exactly. Yeah, chess. That's what. Yeah, that joke was going around yesterday. It's like, did PlayStation reinvent chess? Is that their whole goal here? Like, what are they doing?
I mean, don't get me wrong. I love me some chess. I actually have VR chess on PSVR.
Oh, do you like pick it up with like the controller and stuff? Or is
yeah. And then also you can you'll be playing on like a rainy mountaintop or something. Like
that's
pretty neat. I do like that. But anyways, enough about that dumb shit. I'm just gonna go through line by line what they exhibited, and we'll just talk about them as we go. So the first thing they showed, bro,
absolute banger.
KOTOR Remake.
It was KOTOR Remake. Have you played KOTOR ever?
I did not have an Xbox, I had buddies that did, and I watched them play it. And then I
Right.
also downloaded it on my phone a couple years ago.
Yeah, I remember
But
when they did that.
but that's not the way to play that game
Not at all.
at
I played it
all.
on PC back in the day. I
Yeah,
loved that game.
I'm super stoked. Darth Revan is like, I can't wait to see him do his shit.
Well, do you know the spoiler for all that?
Nope, don't give it to me.
Okay, I'm not, because I managed to stay unspoiled, and it's literally like one of the most mind-blowing things you've ever seen in a video game. I can't believe you don't know the twist in that game, but keep
I've
going.
stayed away from it because I want to play it, and so I haven't
I wonder if they're going to
read
keep
anything about it.
like, I feel like they're going to do how Final Fantasy VII Remake up in the expectations of that, and like literally is
Change
change.
the
It's using the fact that it's a remake to tell the story, and that's part of the story. I kind of wonder if this is going to be a straight remake, or if they're going to do something like that like commentates on the nature of a remake.
I think they're going to
like
change it, and they're probably going to change some of the mechanics about it too.
Oh, I'm sure they're going to change. I mean the story beats and like the big twist, because literally everybody on the planet, but apparently you, knows the big twist. So
I'm all right with that.
I wonder if they're going to. It's kind of like the Final Fantasy VII twist, and they look like they're going to change that in Final Fantasy VII Remake. So I kind of wonder if they're going to change what the big twist is in this, and just because of people's expectations and that kind of thing. But it looks that it's just a CGI trailer, but man, Revan looks dope as fuck.
Yeah. And I know Lucasfilm Games, is this the first game that they're putting out? Have they put out anything else? Did they do Jedi Fallen Order or anything?
They're not a production company or
they're
a publisher.
What are they?
They're like a licensing. That's what John Drake does now.
Gotcha.
He's like putting out feelers for Disney, and they're licensing their stuff out. So Aspire is both making this and publishing it. I think I'm pretty sure that's right. And Aspire did the mobile remake. They own the version that you get on Steam, the one that I have. They also put out the Jedi Outcast, Jedi Knight stuff. We talked about that yesterday. But so they have the licensing deal for this. BioWare is not making it. So that says
something about the state of BioWare, I think.
It does. And it also says something about the confidence Lucas Arts or Lucas Games, whatever they call it now, Lucasfilm Games, I think, has in this Aspire company. Because I don't know that I think this is their first original production. Okay. I could be wrong about that, but I think it is. So that says something. That says a lot, actually.
I'm looking it up, seeing if they've done anything else.
I mean, they published a lot of stuff, but I don't know that they've put out, like, developed any of their own.
Yeah, they're a publisher. Right. And they got a lot of Star Wars stuff. They published Civ 6 mobile. a lot of mobile stuff.
A lot of mobile stuff. That's why that one you played on mobile is definitely their port of the game.
And I mean, it was fine. I would have kept going with it, but I did not like controlling that game on a touchscreen.
No, why would you?
Yeah, it felt like shit. But I did want to see that story through, and I'm really stoked to see what they're going to do with it. They didn't even have any kind of date or anything for that. No. It was just a real quick, like, hey, we're doing this.
But it has been a
great opener.
It's been rumored for years, so I don't think they're super, like, I wouldn't imagine it's super way. I bet we get it by the end of next year. I would guess that. I don't think it's a 2023 production. But we'll see. Some of these games are. Some of these games are 2023.
Dude, some of these are 2023. Some of them are this month.
Yeah.
So all right, that's KOTOR. We're gonna run through these because I actually have to cut the grass today. Not looking forward to that, and it's already 5:20. So yeah, but we're gonna keep moving. Next up from Second Eve Studio, we've got Project Eve.
Dude, I have no idea what this is, but it looked awesome.
It did. The combat and the story looked so new Final Fantasy. Like it.
You know what it reminded me of more than anything was Bayonetta. Like
I can see that with the monsters and stuff.
Yeah, and the way she kills them is like very violent. And
also,
very,
in I'm gonna go ahead and say I might get canceled for saying this. There was some serious camel toe going on there. Like
I did not notice that at all.
Dude, when she's falling, it's like butt cheeks. Turn around, camel toe.
Did it zoom in on it? I didn't.
Yeah.
Wow.
That is Bayonetta, though.
Yeah, it's very. I mean, the whole concept looked like it's this one lone chick taking on these ginormous monsters and stuff. It was like we can't get the license for Bayonetta because Nintendo owns it now, so we're gonna make our own. But it looks awesome. Like I don't know who this company is. I've never heard of them. I think this is their first game
It looks
I
awesome
looked that
though.
up too, but the graphics alone look amazing.
Yeah, that monster dude, the one that took over the like
drill.
the spaceship.
Oh yeah.
My note here says something with feathers and a bunch of eyes took over a spaceship and fucked up Earth.
And the eyes when they opened up had more eyes.
Yeah, yeah,
There were like
yeah,
eyes on the eyes.
yeah.
It's really
Great,
creepy.
love it.
Yeah.
There was also, did you notice that there was a QuickTime event that they showed?
No.
It was like she was sliding on her door and like the square button popped up. I was like, oh, okay.
We're back to doing that, huh? Back to
So
like
we're gonna have some
2007.
we're gonna have some QuickTime events.
Okay.
That's fine. You know, I don't mind a QuickTime
It's
event
been a
here.
while.
Yeah. So that's Project Eve. You got anything else to say about that one?
Nah.
All right. So
I mean, it looks awesome. It looks great, but
looks
we don't
real
know
good.
anything about it. It was literally announced here, so.
Actually, my first note here, like before it really got into anything, and it was just like showing the chick like jumping around in space. I wrote Asian Zero Suit Samus.
Should that did kind of look like that.
But yeah, so that's Project Eve. Up next was Tiny Tina's Wonderlands, and I am super stoked for that game. Like, I cannot wait to get my hands on that.
It looks like they're changing up the Borderlands mechanics in ways that the franchise really, really needs. Because by the end of Borderlands, I didn't even finish Borderlands 3, and I was done with that game by the time I got halfway through it. So I'm hoping that they're changing up because Borderlands 1, 2, and 3 are basically.
This is going to be, I think, much more linear, I think, than Borderlands, because it's set on a game board. Like, did you notice they were like dice?
I got some Mario Party vibes off of it, which I was not thrilled about.
The can of Coke that was like spilled over and pouring a river. It reminded me more of the Mario versus Rabbids Kingdom battle. Like,
it shows the top-down view of them like running across the game board.
Yeah,
too, but they had like big heads and stuff. Like that looked pretty cool. Like
I'm very intrigued.
And then they showed like the guys in there. I think, if I'm not mistaken, you get to create a character in this one.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah, there's like different classes and
but you don't create that. That's one problem I don't like. One thing I don't like about Borderlands is that all the characters are like pre-made.
Mm-hmm.
So if you get to customize your own character and like give them the powers that you want, because I feel like the power sets in Borderlands are never really that big of a deal.
Oh, dude, yeah, they are. I love the power sets in Borderlands. Like I'm doing the Iron Bear in Borderlands 3, and I fucking love that thing, dude.
I feel like if you're able to design your own and like bring in the powers you want and stuff, like it might be a different type of experience than like the predetermined style. But we'll see. It looks very similar and also at the same time very different than what they did with 3. So I'm excited about that. And I feel like the one thing I will say though is that I hate Tiny Tina's style of humor.
I love it.
I think she's not funny at all. I don't think anything that she does is funny.
She's gonna be talking a lot in this game. I guarantee it. She is so divisive, and I'm so glad that one of us likes her and one of us doesn't, because that literally is like the dichotomy. There's no in between.
She's annoying AF to me, so
I love it. I can't wait.
But I really don't like any of the humor in Borderlands. Like, I think sometimes it can be funny, but usually it's like not my type of humor. So
yeah, I mean, there's a lot of butt and fart jokes.
It's not that. It's more like the yelling, like the really loud, like that kind of stuff. It's not my style, but the people that like it, they really like it. So.
Well, she is very loud, and she's going to be narrating the story. Obviously, I think that she's going to be like throwing the kitchen sink at you, trying to kill you. She's going to be
she seems to be the DM.
Yeah. So
that was like the basis for the 2 expansion pack that she was in, where she was like DMing a D&D style game.
Okay.
So I think that's the same way here. She sounds definitely like she's the narrator. So the DM. So
yeah. And did you notice that like the weapons were way different? Like there was melee weapons.
It's like a crossbow.
There's a crossbow. There was they had an axe. They had a Kratos axe. Did you see like she threw it and it came back?
Yeah.
I was like, that's awesome.
And then there was like the one guy who looked like a hunter almost, was like, he had like the green like Robin Hood type suit on, and he was using a full on bow and arrow.
Yeah.
Like just straight, and it was like a stealth because it disappeared. It's like he was going into stealth mode or something like that. That was really cool.
Yeah, that's going to be – I'm really excited about that one. That one also got the release date March 25th, 2022.
Yeah.
So what do you think the odds are that actually comes out March 25th, 2022?
I think that comes out March 2022. I don't think that they announce a date like that because like they would. I
They
feel like
took
if
a
they were
long
gonna,
time to work on this game.
yeah, 3 came out a while ago, and this doesn't seem like a fully brand new. Like it looks like they're using a lot of the same assets and stuff, like the trees and the ground and all that stuff kind of looks the same. I mean, there's definitely new art for it, like that big giant soda can waterfall looked really cool. But
Did you see the D20, the giant D20
yeah,
boulder?
the dice and stuff, yeah,
Yeah.
all that stuff looks super cool. But it didn't look like they were reinventing the wheel with it, so I imagine it probably doesn't. I imagine this started as DLC for Borderlands 3 and then just spun off into its own thing. So I think they're going to hit that date.
It's going to be fun. I'm excited for that one. So yeah, that's Tiny Tina's Wonderlands. Up next, this one I know you were excited about, and I kind of had a hard time remembering it until I saw it again, was Forspoken.
Yeah.
Holy shit, that game looks good.
Yeah.
That game looks so good. New
The
IP,
fidelity.
dude. Give me the new IP all day.
Yeah.
That looks like one that's going to be a banger.
And it looks like they're doing like a kid in King Arthur's court.
Yeah, exactly.
like she gets transported to the world of Final Fantasy. It is not directly Final Fantasy, but for all intents and purposes, it's a Final Fantasy world that she goes into, down to the rock structure that goes up like this, which looks like something out of Final Fantasy 15. Like it looks exactly like something.
And the castle that she like spawns into, like
the castle looks very like old school Final Fantasy. It's developers.
I'm losing. You froze up for a second. Yep, you're frozen.
I'm frozen.
Nope, not anymore. Now you're good.
You're good.
Yep, we're good.
Still here.
Yep. Technical difficulties. You're frozen again.
15 team like split off at some point when they were finishing up that game, and they started making this game. So
yeah. Okay. Well,
so that's exciting. Like,
and the fidelity of that looked
nuts.
Insane.
Like so freaking good.
Yeah. And I really I think the writing that I heard sounded really good. I think the dialogue is going to be good. I think the character is going to be cool. I don't know what her name is, but
yeah, she looked cool.
She's cool.
I hope that she showed
She's
her.
She's like, I just moved shit with my mind. Like,
when she's moving stuff, or when she's moving herself, like flying through the environment and like grappling and then flipping and all that stuff, and it was so fast.
Yeah,
and you could tell it was a real game. Unlike the first time they showed it, which didn't look like a real game, this looked like a real video game, and it looked really good. I'm stoked about this.
That mobility looked really, really good.
I bet we don't see it for a while though. It still seems pretty
well.
Early.
They did have a date.
Did they?
Yeah, it was spring 2022.
Wow.
I don't think they're gonna hit that.
Yeah, I don't think they're gonna hit that either.
That's Square Enix, dude. It's Square.
Maybe, but you say like, yeah. But they say spring too, so they're not super confident in that. But I bet if they say spring 2022, I bet we get it holiday 2022 if I had to guess.
I'm thinking fall.
That'd be my guess.
I'm thinking fall.
Fall or holiday, yeah.
Beer bet. Fall, holiday?
I'll say holiday. All
right, I'm saying fall.
All right.
Beer bet. Forspoken. Put a fork in it.
We need to have a tally of all these beer bets we have because I don't remember any.
I put one of them in the calendar. I'm gonna do that again real quick. Hold on. Let's go here.
Wasn't one of them like 5 years from now though?
Probably. Let's go to Google. I'm doing this real quick on the fly. This is riveting content going into Google Calendar for the Gaming and Drinking Cast.
Well, if you come out with a cool ass bet, then it is worth it.
True that. I'm also very bad at betting, so you're probably right. All right, so I'm saying fall 2022. So I'm gonna put this for I'll say September. Actually, no, I'll say October. I'm gonna say just October 10th.
I'm gonna put it in my notes in my phone. I'm gonna start a beer bet.
Beer bet. Adam Forspoken. Fall 2022, and then I'm gonna put another one in December, like December 1st. Beer bet. Travis Forspoken. Holiday 2022. All right, thank you everyone for sticking around with us. All right, so that's our beer bet.
I got mine in there too.
Okay, So yeah, Forspoken looks awesome. Up next, the one that I really don't give two shits about, Rainbow Six Extraction.
Yeah, that game does absolutely nothing for me. I
Um,
never played Siege. I'm not a Siege guy.
Siege with zombies.
Yeah, I mean, it's another 4-player multiplayer focused game, which is cool, but that's the art style, the zombies, none of it speaks to me at all. We can move on. It's not.
Dude,
It's not.
can I just say that I just got an email that says Gaming and Drinking Cast is ranking very well in Kenya.
Sweet. Well, for all of you Kenyan fans out there,
Love it.
thank you for listening.
Yeah, thanks, Kenya. Can you do it?
Oh wow, that's no. Mm-mm.
Yes, we can.
Oh wow. Okay.
All right.
We just lost all our Kenyan fans.
Yep. Sorry, Kenya. We love you. So up next, after Rainbow Six Extraction, we have Alan Wake Remastered.
Fuck yes. I love this game.
Never played
it. Okay. So it's basically a Stephen King novel meets Twin Peaks with guns.
Okay.
And you use your like flashlight to like basically mark these things that have like this darkness over them, and it shoots their darkness off, and then you can shoot them with guns. It's very cool, very different gameplay.
I have heard, do people like that? People that like this game love this game.
Yes.
And I've heard a ton of people talk about it. What was it on, PS2?
No, Xbox and PC. It was Xbox and PC only.
See, that's why I didn't play it.
Or 360. Sorry, 360 and PC only.
Yeah. So in my notes, as someone that's never played it before, my notes just say what it looked like to me was Silent Hills meets film noir. Like that's what it looked like to me.
Kind of. Well, okay. So it's the same people who do Max Payne as Remedy. Mm-hmm. So it is a little noirish. Not very Silent Hills-ish though. It's definitely more not psychological. It's the horror of Silent Hill is like dread and like grotesqueness, and this is way more like Twin Peaks style, like mystery stuff. Like you're trying to solve a mystery. Yeah,
but there's definitely some supernatural stuff going on, and that's why you say Stephen King.
Yes, yeah, very, because Alan Wake is a writer. So
okay, cool,
very cool. Stephen King.
All right, and so yeah, that got a release date of October 5th, so that's coming right up, and I know you'll be playing that.
Yes.
Also, can I just throw out there real quick? I told you this already, but for the listeners, we recorded yesterday, and I didn't talk about this game because I had not bought it yet. But last night, I got real drunk and purchased WarioWare.
And I mean, as long as you're happy.
I'm digging it. I want to play multiplayer. It seems very, very multiplayer centric, but I'm enjoying it by myself. I love WarioWare in general.
Yeah, WarioWare is great.
The art style is not doing it for me though.
It looks similar to the old stuff though, right? Like very wacky.
Yeah, but it looked a lot better on a pixelated screen.
Smaller screen.
Yeah, smaller pixelated screen than it does on the Switch screen. It's too clean, dude. It needs to be a little more
grungier.
Yeah,
you want some filth up in there?
I do, man. Give me all of it. Although there was, oh God, what was their names? Like you're like collecting a crew as you're playing.
It's like there's like named multiplayer characters in this game, right?
Yeah, and one of them I think was like Puddles and Spits or something like that.
That seems very WarioWare.
It was like Puddles and Spits, and then it was like their world was called like Fantasy. It was real fucking weird.
So I know you're not really super into Twitter, but Nintendo of America's Twitter account changed their handle today to Wario. Put up a picture of Wario as their Abby, and then just tweeted out "Wow!" all day long. That's all they've been tweeting out all day long.
That's awesome.
It's really funny.
That's Wendy's level.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
All right, so that's Alan Wake coming out October 5th. Up next, GTA 5.
Yeah.
It's coming out March 2022.
It's going to sell 9 billion copies on the PS5. Whatever.
March 2022, remastered. Cool.
I mean, I get it for free because we already own it on PS4. I'll play it, whatever. But
yeah. Next, next, I was really excited about this one. Is Ghostwire Tokyo.
Looks fucking amazing. Oh my god, I love this studio. They did The Evil Within 1 and 2, which I think are both great games that nobody really talks about. Evil Within 2 especially is a amazing game.
Mhm.
And man, this game looks so cool. The aesthetics alone, that like neon
Oh yeah,
Tokyo like lighting, and the ghosts look really cool and different and weird. Like
dude,
this isn't
the ghost had me at hello. Like
it doesn't look like
they.
any other horror property out there. Like it looks so different from basically any other, especially like
Mhm.
Japanese horror, which is like usually the long-haired, girl crawling at you type
Yeah,
thing, or Silent Hill style. This is
yeah.
nothing like any of that.
I
This
was
is like
trying
almost
to think of something to compare it to, and I just
there's
couldn't.
yeah, it's almost like a cyberpunk noir aesthetic with like ghosts, because it's got like the
They
flashing
had
lights.
all sorts of crazy, like so many different types of ghosts, though.
Yeah.
Like there was one that like, did you see the one that looked like a sheet over a ball?
Yes, yeah.
Like
That was
that
I was like,
was.
what is that?
I'm digging it. It
And
looks
then
like that looks like the Pokemon Shuppet actually.
I don't know what that is, but I'll
It's
take
a
your word
it's a
for it.
ghost type Pokemon.
Okay. There were ghost type Pokemons.
Oh, what?
I don't play
Come
Pokemon.
on, Ghastly,
Um,
Gengar.
oh, you're right. Now you've said that. Now I remember. Um, I did not know this. So everything that they've done for the entirety of the studio's existence has been third person. And this is a
Mhm.
first person game.
Dude, those powers, the
They look
powers, I
so
will say, looked very Bioshocky.
I'm down with that. If you
Oh
make an
yeah,
horror immersive sim, I'm down with that. That sounds awesome.
yeah,
So, because that's
yeah.
kind of what Prey was, but less. Prey was more like sci-fi. This looks way more like I don't know, that punky. Like I don't know.
Yeah.
It looks so different.
So they didn't have a release date on the trailer at all.
Yeah,
But
they've
if
been
you
working on this
Google,
for a while.
yeah, if you Google
So
Ghostwire Tokyo release date, though, it just says 2022.
I
So
expect. Well, I bet it's a holiday or
yeah,
a fall holiday.
I'm thinking holiday 2022. So yeah, that looks awesome. Up next, unless you got something else for that.
No,
All
yeah,
right, we're just gonna keep on rolling.
keep rolling.
After that, we had from IDOS Montreal and Marvel Studios, Guardians of the Galaxy.
I
Um,
am so hot and cold
lukewarm.
on this. Yeah, I mean, not lukewarm because like when I see it, I'm like, oh yeah, that looks awesome. But then I forget about it immediately after I stop watching something about it.
I think the writing looked good. I think the characters looked good. I think the style looked good. But then whenever it came down to the actual gameplay, again, just like Marvel, you know,
Are you just like the Avengers? You mean?
all yeah, just like the Avengers, all style, no substance is kind of what it looked like to me. The combat just looked really generic, like
So it's the
super generic.
IDOS Montreal made the Deus Ex games, which has incredible gameplay. So I'm still holding out hope that there's more depth to this than what it seems, what they're showing. I don't like that you just play as Star Lord. I think that's I get why they're doing it. We talked about this yesterday,
Yeah,
but
after the
Avengers.
abysmal release of Avengers, then yeah, it seems like
So I get why they're doing that, but it also looks like the gameplay looked like you could bring your other Guardians in for like attacks and stuff, and they're out there with you the whole time. So and Star Lord would be a fun character to play as. I mean, he's got rocket boots, he's got
yeah.
guns,
I mean, he's got a lot. He's got a fun arsenal to fuck
gadgets.
around with.
So
So
and like if you just looked at like Batman Arkham Asylum, like just from a gameplay perspective, just watching it, you wouldn't think the gameplay was that good, but it's great. So I think this could still be pretty cool. We'll see. I'll give it a shot.
yeah, it looks fun. Also, Cosmo looked real cute. Big fan of that space dog.
Yeah, Cosmo looks great. He looked just like he did in the movie too.
So that game release date next month, right
Yeah,
before Halloween,
which
October
I
26th.
think we knew that already too. I'm pretty sure we knew that.
Yeah, yeah. The next one, I didn't know what to think about it. Was Blood Hunt.
Yeah, so that's apparently on an early access on Steam and has been for a while.
It looks interesting and cool, but there's just been no talk about it whatsoever.
Well, it's Vampire the Masquerade.
Okay.
Um,
Okay.
but it's not the new Vampire game they're making, which they've been working on for like 5 years and like restarted development on. It's not that game. This is like a
Mm-hmm.
multiplayer focused in set in that same universe, but
Did you see the customization table that they had for your characters? Like, it looked like you could make a pretty cool character.
I'm sure you can, because I mean it's based on pen and paper RPG, so I'm sure the character creator part of it is probably pretty nailed down.
Like, I love a good character creator, man. Like, that's one of the things that I think games have kind of steered away from in recent years that I think should be more prevalent, especially considering how good games look now. Like,
yeah,
you should be able to make a cool ass character in almost every game at this point. Unless it's a story driven, like this is who you are.
Like a Mass Effect style where I can bring my own doofus in there for every cutscene.
I still will say Fight Night Champion had the best character creator ever because it had that face scanning and it was so good. It was such a good face scan. Like
Fight Night is an underrated series they should definitely bring back.
Oh God, I miss Fight Night. Me and Kyle used to get in fights over Fight Night. Because I used to beat the dog shit out of him.
Oh, is that what it was?
Mm-hmm. Okay. With my custom fighter that looked just like me, except like 250 pounds.
And ripped.
Yeah. I actually made that. I made my Fight Night character my profile picture on Facebook for a little while.
That's pretty good. I mean, it's you're a created character, so it's technically you know? Nobody else is
Dude, it literally looked just like me, but just way, way more jacked.
Like a foot taller.
Yeah, at least a foot taller, dude. He was huge. So, anyways, that's Blood Hunt. It says 2021. That was all we got for the release date on that. So it's
been in beta for a long time on the PC. So I think
they're kind of just like, I think it's probably they're done. It'll be done when it's done with how early access has been going with them. Which good for them. Do what you got to do. Let people play early access. Get it out when it comes out. Up next is another one I'm super excited about, and it comes out in 4 flipping days. Is Deathloop.
Looks awesome. I am
Deathloop. Are you gonna play that day one?
Oh yeah. So it's Arcane, the guys that did Prey, which is one of my favorite games of last gen. They also did Dishonored, which I really like. I never played the second Dishonored. I probably should. But it looks way more like a Dishonored game or a Prey game than I thought, judging by the time loop aspect of it. Because when they first showed it, it looked like almost like you could be like the one guy or you could be the girl and they would be fighting each other or something.
No, you're the guy. You're the guy.
Yeah, no. I know now, but I'm saying that a first trailer like a couple of years ago, because she was featured heavily in that trailer, but I think she's like the big bad.
Yeah, she's the rival assassin. It said there's like 8 targets and 1 rival assassin.
Right, and then you guys will probably end up working together by the end of it if it's anything like every other piece of spy fiction on the planet. But
we'll see.
It looks so. I watched a bunch of stuff on.
Hold on, Kitty, get down. She's eating my mom's artificial plants.
Nice.
Urga. Oh, hold on. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Kitty.
For a minute. Oh, you froze up. Okay, you're back.
All right, I'm back.
I think that it looks way more like a real immersive sim with just some time loop mechanics in it. Because I watched some breakdowns of it the other day because people are playing it now, and it looks so good. Like it looks awesome.
I'm pretty stoked for that. The powers looked really cool. The guns looked like the guns and the powers in a lot of games don't really complement each other. Mm-hmm. But in this, it looks like the powers and the guns play off of each other in a really cool way. And so I'm pretty excited to get my hands on it.
It's also got this really cohesive aesthetic. Very bold and big, like a lot of Arcane stuff.
Yeah.
It looks it reminds me a lot of BioShock. We're going to go back to that game again, which is, if you're going to do this kind of thing, BioShock is the thing to take from. So
yeah, that's the template. That's the template. So that one comes out in 4 days. Yeah, really stoked about that. Then after Deathloop, dude, so before anything ever even got said during this trailer, first it was just, before I say what it is, it was just like a film camera that like had like the record on the bottom and then like the date or whatever. And then there was just some really kick-ass music playing.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And my note before I even knew what it was, I just said great music. Like God, it sounded so good. And then it was like Kid Amnesia presented by Radiohead.
Dude,
and I was like, that makes a lot of sense. I don't
know what the hell this could be, but I saw that they were re-releasing these 2 albums as one.
and like a bunch of extra material on it. So I was already excited about it. And now they're doing this like PS5 app for it, which is, I love both of these records. They came out when I was like in the throes of my like best, when I had the best musical taste, you know, like I was super into music.
Yeah, because it's real shit now.
Well, I mean, I just happened to listen to that. I was really into music back then. And man, I love those two records. So I'm really, really excited about whatever the fuck this is. I don't know, but
it's gonna be fun.
It's gonna be weird for at the very least.
Yeah, that's literally my only note is Kid Amnesia presented by Radiohead ? Exclamation point. Great music. It's my only note. Then after that, whoa, I just had some weird feedback in my headphones. We got Chia.
Oh, the Hawaiian looking like
Moana.
Like
the Moana Pixar looking thing where she can take over animals and there's a glider.
Yeah, it's not for me, but it looks nice.
It looks like it'll be great for children. That is a great kids game, I think.
Yeah, it's not a game that I'm ever gonna play, but if
I was a parent, I would buy that game for my kid.
It looks very charming.
Yeah, so didn't get a date or anything on that. Then again, another one that I like. We're getting remastered Uncharted 4.
Yeah, I'll play that game again.
But like the thing is, I couldn't tell a difference because it was a fucking YouTube stream.
Yeah,
and the game
it's also, I think it's a bigger deal that it's coming to PC.
Yeah.
Like that's a big deal. But yeah, PS5 version, whatever. I still own it on PS4, so
yeah. And then after that, it kind of faded out after that, and Herman Hulst came up, head of PS Studios, and kind of just said, "Hey, you know, thanks for sticking around. We got more shit." There's only a few things to go through from here, but you want to take a quick break and go grab another beer?
Sure.
All right, let's do that. And we'll be right back with more Booze and Games. Ooh.
Yeah.
Tasty.
And we're back.
Yes, we are. We got the Booze and the Games. And we got more PlayStation presentation 2021.
Are you rapping? We got some PlayStation presentation
all across the PlayStation Nation.
Boom. Better than KG already.
Oh, don't say that. He's gonna find you. He's got a very particular set of skills.
He's gonna show up behind me in a few minutes. I heard what you said.
Oh God. All right. So where we last left off was Herman Hulst coming in with his intermission, just to kind of like give us the, hey, these next few are really why we're here.
Yeah.
And let's go ahead and get right into it, dude. Fucking Wolverine from Insomniac.
Yeah. That trailer is so good too.
It's nothing. There's nothing to it, but I loved every second of it. Yeah.
It's like it's on in the back. Well, it was on the background. You knew what it was when it popped up, but the fact that it was Insomniac, like,
I didn't know what it was when it popped up. Well, as soon as I saw him, the
guy sitting at flannel in the
I had it spoiled for me last night, and so I knew before it even started what it was.
Right.
Yeah. So, dude, what the hell is Insomniac gonna do with Wolverine?
I imagine they're gonna do very similar to Spider-Man, make it a big story production, give him some really cool combat, make it all about his powers, and
dude.
Yeah, you remember the old PS2 Wolverine games?
Yeah,
there were a bunch of good ones.
Yeah.
There was like X2, the movie was pretty good, and there was like
Origins,
which was actually a pretty good game, even though the movie was terrible.
Yeah, the Origins game was better than the movie.
And then there was like the oh fuck, I don't know. There was like a solo one, but it was really good.
But if I trust anyone with this IP, it's Insomniac, and I cannot wait to see what they do with that. Good Lord.
I'm also curious to who they're going to get as the voice actor.
God, dude, what if they get Hugh Jackman?
I don't think that's going to happen.
I bet he would. He loves playing Wolverine.
I bet he would do it. I think they want to do their own thing, and they don't want any like.
What if they get the guy? What if they? I don't know who played him in the cartoon. But
that'd be cool. That'd be fun. But I don't think they're going to do that either.
He's a little too, I think, corny.
Rough.
cornball for
I saw David Hayter, who played Solid Snake in the original Metal Gear stuff, being like, I'll do it. Like that'd be pretty fun. I think he would make a good Wolverine.
Hold on. All right. And I'm alive. But yeah.
So it was it was a CG trailer. They didn't show anything else.
It literally did not even show his face.
It gets you so stoked, though. It gets you
like
so
the guy,
stoked.
there's one guy stumbling up in the bar that's still alive, and he's just like,
Uh-huh.
oh, can't wait.
That's all you need when you're making a Wolverine game, honestly.
Yeah. And after that, all it said was Wolverine in development for PS5. So
right.
2024.
No dates. I think it said 2023, didn't it? It said 2023.
No, it just said in development. That's all it said.
Oh, the next Insomniac game said 2023. That's right.
Yep. But that's we still got one more before that, which was Gran Turismo 7.
Yeah.
It looks it's not for me, but
nuts. Man, that game looks good.
Like I would like to see that put right up against the new Forza.
Yeah.
Like they both look incredible, but to be completely honest with you, I think Forza looked better.
I think Forza looks more fun.
I think the graphics looked better too.
I don't remember
they did like a 25-minute deep dive into Forza.
Yeah, it's weird that they've been working on this game forever. So, I played Gran Turismo 3 A-Spec. I got it with my PS2 back in the day. I played the crap out of that game, but I have no desire to ever play another Gran Turismo game.
I'm just not a racing sim player. It's just
not for me. I like the arcadey style, which I think why I'm excited about Forza Horizon.
You thought about this new cruising game?
I thought about it. But the fact that it's like a Switch game makes me not really super excited about it.
Yeah, and even on the trailer with like the split screen looked like it was chugging in the trailer.
Yeah,
like why not put that on another console, man? Come on,
it owns it.
Come on.
Yeah.
But anyways, Gran Turismo 7. The trailer had like some really like cool, like holier than thou pipe organ music playing.
Yeah, it was like Castlevania almost.
Yeah, it was like Jesus, like you guys really are up your own ass.
Yeah. I mean, they are. That's that whole thing. That's that whole cruise thing is that they are in love with what they do.
Yeah. It looked cool. The graphics looked really good. Just not my thing. They didn't have a release date on it either.
And it was originally supposed to come in 2021, but I bet that's not going to happen.
Yeah. All right. So let's get to what we're really here for. Spider-Man 2, dude.
Yeah.
I was. Oh my God.
You didn't know that was coming, did you?
I was.
That's the one that I said when I saw it.
We'll just say not flaccid during that.
You were doing your best to get us canceled today.
I had a spider chub.
Oh my God. I can't.
Dude, they teamed up.
Of course they did. After the Miles Morales game, of course they did.
Do you think it'll be multiplayer?
I thought about that. I doubt it. I bet it's more like Grand Theft Auto 5 where you are switching between the two.
Yeah.
And taking on missions based on that.
I think they'll have some kind of DLC multiplayer thing, maybe. Or if it is multiplayer, it'll be online only. It won't be split screen.
Oh, 100% it'd be online only. I don't think that's even a question. But that'd be cool as shit if they do co-op. That'd be great. Maybe they will. Like if there's one game that seems ripe for it, it's this type of game. Especially if you're taking down who turns out to be the main villain by the end of it.
Fucking Venom, dude.
Fucking Venom.
And also, let's point out that they didn't just show Venom; they showed the Black Spider suit.
Yeah, right
logo.
After that.
I think you're gonna go into the Black Spider suit.
Well, did you played the original, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah,
So
dude. I've got a PS4 Pro Spider-Man edition.
Oh yeah. So they show the symbiote inside of like Harry's lab because that's what he's using to try to bring back, or Norman's lab, because he's trying to
bring back his wife.
Cure his son. He's trying to cure Harry. Harry's like really sick.
That's right.
And so if I bet because they've changed so much in this Spider-Man universe, I bet Harry is Venom.
Ooh.
I think that's what they're setting up from all that stuff.
I wouldn't be mad at that. I wouldn't be mad
that'd
at
be
that
cool.
one bit.
That'd be a cool new take on it.
But dude, so when they showed like down the alley and you knew they were about to introduce the bad,
Yeah.
I was sitting there and I was like, is it Doc Ock?
I thought it was Goblin.
I was like, is it Goblin? Is it? But Venom didn't even cross my mind.
Venom didn't even cross my mind either.
and then they showed. I was like, holy shit!
Because I didn't know. So I knew that they announced Spider-Man 2 because I saw it in the background when we were recording yesterday, but I did not see the Venom stuff. And so when I watched the full conference, I was like, oh shit! Oh, so cool.
Venom, man. Oh, cannot wait. So that got a loose release date, 2023. It'll hit 2023. When in 2023 is definitely up for debate. I think it's going to be a holiday 2023.
Yeah.
Which is fine. You know, they're already making another Wolverine game.
They did Miles really quickly. So
yes, but
that was basically the same game. That was like the same city. Like they didn't change the whole city.
I think they're gonna have to do some work on that whole game to get it ready for PS5. Like, I mean, I know Miles Morales was technically a crossover between PS4 and PS5, and like it had a better version on PS5, but I think they're gonna have to up those assets.
I think I would.
They're gonna have to redo all that stuff.
I kind of feel like they should take it to a new city, almost. You know, like I don't know how you do that because most of New York was represented in the original game, but like it just seems like because you got to be in like a big city like that for Spider-Man to be swinging around and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But
unless you Buffalo,
so exciting. But like I don't even know what you like. Maybe you go to like I don't know San Francisco or something like that. I don't know how you do it, but it just seems like you don't want it to be the exact same city that you've already played in for now like 60 plus hours if you played the Miles expansion. So yeah, we'll see what they do. But the Insomniac's smart; they'll figure something out.
Yep. So that's 2023, and last but certainly not least, we have the follow-up to my favorite game of all time, which is God of War motherfucking Ragnarok.
Yeah.
Oh, dude.
Got a teenage Atreus.
Atreus?
Yeah.
Atrium? No, teenage Atreus, which super stoked about. So much angst.
Yeah.
So much angst.
Well, we already know he's going to kill his dad from the end of God of War 1, so.
Dude, I don't know, man. I don't know. The one thing that like really kind of like pulled on my heartstrings a little bit was when like Kratos was like, I will not let you fight the gods. Mm-hmm. I won't let you do it. You're not going down that same path as me.
The part that got me was when Thor is walking towards it and you just see the hammer and the hand is like, oh, I was like, oh. And it was really smart not to show him fully. Just that one little tease, I think, was like enough.
Yeah.
Did you see the long hair guy supposed to be Loki?
They called him Peter?
Yeah, I know. They called him a different name, but I feel like that was supposed to be Loki.
I think Atreus is Loki.
Oh, yeah, that's right. That's what they already said that. That's right.
Yeah. But he did say, like, I want to know more about Loki.
Yeah. Or he's Loki's son.
I don't know, but whoever that
like
was, Loki he was tall.
Loki reincarnated or something like that. Yeah, that guy was really tall.
He was definitely a giant.
Yeah, exactly. That's what made me think of the Loki connection. So, or maybe he's Loki's dad. Like,
dude, what if that's Atreus' real dad?
That's what I was thinking. But wait, is Kratos not Atreus' real dad?
I mean, if Atreus is Loki, that means either Kratos is not his dad or his mom was not his mom.
No, it means his
because
mom
he's half. Oh, it means his mom is a frost giant.
Right, exactly. Or they're changing the whole mythology up, and it doesn't have anything to do with giants.
I don't know, but dude, I love to see that they had all the characters from the last game back because that was one of the things that I loved about that game was all the side characters. Like they brought the Smiths,
the talking head dude.
Yeah,
he's hilarious, and he was on the hip again.
Yep.
So you're running around
same spot, and like I love that. Like the first time you see him though, he's just like. He's got his own setup at Kratos' crib now.
Yeah, he's just
like
chilling.
he's just chilling.
He's got like
worms or some shit.
Yeah, it's very. I read today though that Cory Barlog is not directing this. Yeah, they switched directors, which
I don't like that.
Well, they've done that for almost every God of War game except for between 3 and this one. So it was like David Jaffe in the first game, and then Corey Barlog for the second one, and then 3 was like
Is it
something else.
Jaffe?
No. Sony's not working with Jaffe. But
Touché.
Corey Barlog's the only one that's done 2 because he did 2 and the remake or the reboot. So now they're like, we're bringing in another director, which is.
I hope Barlog at least was a consultant and wrote.
He's still working on the game. He's just not the director.
Okay, I'm sure he has a lot to say because like he dragged that thing to the top of the mountain, dude. Much like Kratos and Atreus did with their mother's ashes.
Yeah, I got the metaphor. Thank you for spelling it out for me. But the guy who's like doing it now is like also he was like the assistant director for the whole first game, so he knows what he's doing. And Sony knows what they're doing.
I did love the first game, but like it's weird to me that like they have this whole new idea for what God of War is, and they're not going to let Barlog continue. But also, you don't know. Corey Barlog might have said, "Fuck this, I'm not directing that game again," because it almost destroyed him.
Right. If you watch that documentary about it, it really almost destroyed him. So I can see him being like, "No, you get somebody else. I'm cool with that."
And I mean, I'm sure he had a heavy hand in the decisions, but yeah, I can see this thing. I don't want.
And if you think about it, you can. There's a ton of talented people at Santa Monica Studios. So like, you could have somebody take over for him and still be like very, very, it almost is like a creative thing, like where, okay, you have new ideas, so it will not get stale. We're not just going to do the same game again, which is what a lot of sequels do. They're going to do something completely different, which I think is exciting.
I can't wait to see how much you play as Atreus. I want to play as Atreus. I mean, you played as him a little bit in the first
for a minute. Yeah.
You shot his arrows a lot.
His arrows were cool, but like I like playing as Kratos.
I like playing as Kratos too, but I want to, like, as far as the story goes, I'm now more intrigued and invested in Atreus' story than I am in Kratos' story. I feel like Kratos' story is like it's sunsetting, and Atreus is kind of like being risen up.
But I still want to see it from Kratos' perspective because I like the dynamic between them more than I like just Atreus by himself.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I want to see.
This is going to be the one. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I was just going to say, I want to see how Kratos reacts to all the stuff he's going to find out about his son in this game. I think that dynamic is going to be cool.
Yeah. I did also love how they said, fuck it. Everybody knows you got the Blades of Chaos. They're just going to be on your back.
Here they are. I, for a moment, I was like, is he not using the axe anymore? And then they showed the axe like right after that. So
I might have to re-download God of War after this.
I bet they bring in a third weapon too
for sure.
Or like a fourth weapon, maybe a third and fourth weapon.
What if they bring in the Hercules gloves?
That's
from
the
like
first
God
thing
of
that
War.
I thought about.
Oh,
the first thing I thought about was the punchy gloves thing, but
how would you do that? I mean, or Thor's hammer.
I thought about that too. But that just seems like you're doing the axe. Like the axe behaves very
No,
similar.
there would be lightning. You shoot lightning. You just crush skulls. Oh, man. Oh.
It's just crushing skull. Every hit is an automatic kill and just crush the skull.
Drop, shock, and rock.
Oh, God.
Also, all right, last thing about God of War, unless you have something to add after this. Atreus is getting a love interest, I think.
Yeah, the girl they showed at the very end.
Yeah, he's about to get himself a little cutie. Good for him. Good for
like,
him. He needs it, bro.
Yeah, he's a teenager. Of course, he's gonna have a love interest.
Yeah,
angst. That's what else do teenage boys need for angst except a girl to be angsty about? She looked awesome too. Like she almost looked like a character from Horizon. Like the way her outfit was styled.
Did you see like how her neck glowed gold?
Yeah, I think she's
like her
name
face.
Is like her name is like Androgynous something. I couldn't pronounce it, but I saw it later on. So I guess she's a character from actual mythology.
They always are.
But I think they're interpreting it their own way. So she looks great though. Like she looked fidelity wise, she looked great too.
Yeah.
Like, you can see like every twist in her braids and her dreads and stuff.
Oh, God, that game's gonna be so good. And the lady, what's his name? Who was the like weird skinny guy from the first one that you had to like fight twice?
Oh,
added up, motherfucker.
The one from the very beginning. It was Thor's brother.
Yes.
I can't remember his name.
I can't remember. But their mom, didn't she die in that game?
No, she helps you. The witch.
Yeah.
She helps you throughout the whole game. I don't remember. I don't think
I
she
thought
died.
she died at the end
I think she's fighting.
because she's trying to protect her son from you.
Yeah, but you don't kill her. I think that's like part of Kratos' story is that he doesn't kill her.
God, I need to replay that game.
I'm pretty sure that I'm right. I could be wrong. I could be misremembering.
But
I'm
she
pretty
shows
sure.
up. Didn't she show up in this trailer?
Yeah, that's why I think she's not dead.
Yeah, like I was like, wait, I thought she died, but then she's there like attacking Kratos. She was attacking Kratos.
Well, yeah, he did kill her son. So I'm pretty sure because I remember the end of that game, like half of Kratos' story arc is him learning to not like just fucking kill everything, everybody.
Not kill and or fuck everything he meets.
Well, I think he did fuck her at some point, but yeah, I think that's part of his story is like him trying to like stop the son without killing her. That's what it is in my memory, at least. So
yeah,
but yeah, I think that was definitely her in the trailer.
Yeah, it for sure was. But yeah, that was, and it kind of ended. The whole conference kind of ended abruptly after that. Like it was like I thought there was going to be at least somebody coming out to talk afterwards, but it was like God of War, case closed.
Well, they were like, I think they know, like people don't like seeing numbers or.
Oh, you mean people don't want to see Jim Ryan?
Yeah, nobody wants to see Jim Ryan.
You don't want him to open and close it?
Nobody needs to see Jim Ryan saying that people don't like backwards compatible shit.
Hey, listen, you wanted to play PS3 games? Fuck you.
Yeah, fuck you. You wanted to play PS1 games? Also, fuck you. I think that's the only way you end on a banger game. And you know what I do think is weird though? We'll talk about things that aren't in the conference. No Horizon. I guess they just had the deep dive like a month ago, 2 months ago, or something like that. But
yeah,
to not even just get like a single trailer, that seemed kind of weird to me.
Yeah, especially considering that they showed her in the beginning sizzle.
Yeah,
like but, I mean, a couple of times.
Yeah, she's a very important character to Sony overall. But
yeah, that game's coming. It'll come when it comes. I'm not rushing that.
And also, so there's been a lot of rumors about like Blue Point because they just did the Demon Souls remake.
Mm-hmm.
Their new remake is supposed to be of Metal Gear, and that was a big rumor coming into this that it was going to be here, and the fact that it wasn't.
Blue Point wasn't there at all, so
which means that game they're working on,
it still could be very well Metal Gear.
Oh yeah, I think it's almost 100% Metal Gear. And then there was also the rumor that Guerrilla was doing something multiplayer focused, and some people were speculating that it was going to be in the Horizon universe, which seems weird to me. I don't know how you would do that. But then there also is another rumor.
Horizon Zero Dawn Tactics.
I was thinking Horizon Zero Dawn Royale. But
either way, I'm down.
The other rumor was, and this is completely unsubstantiated, this is just people bullshitting, but the other rumor was SOCOM.
Okay.
Which I guess in the modern Battle Royale world, there could be a cool take on SOCOM.
Yeah, for sure.
I think you could do it like Counter-Strike. I think that would be a cool way to do SOCOM, but we'll see.
Yeah.
So there were some conspicuous absences, I think. But
there was more good shit shown than I think good shit that wasn't shown. Yeah, best conference of the year, I think, so far.
Maybe up there with Nintendo's E3 when they announced Metroid Dread, because
that's coming out soon too.
Yeah, it's like a month from now.
Yeah, super stoked for that. I will be downloading. I'll probably get drunk and download it day of.
I'll pre-order it, so I won't even have to worry about that.
Get drunk and pre-order it. Oh man, but yeah, I think that's a good place to end, man. I think we covered pretty much literally everything.
Yeah, went through it all
from Jim Ryan to Herman Hulst to God of War.
All the big Sony bangers: Jim Ryan, Herman Hulst, and God of War.
Oh man, so yeah, that's gonna do it, I think, for part 2 of episode 10 of the Gaming and Drinking Cast. And you know what?
Go finish XCOM and download Tales of Arise.
I'm gonna go get weird on some WarioWare.
I thought you were gonna say. I thought you said Oreo, and I was like,
I mean, I might get weird some with the Oreos too. You never know.
You never know.
That cream filling.
Oh my god! It's that sensuous force.
Delicious.
You can't help yourself.
Yep.
You drink too much sensuous.
anyways, thanks everybody for watching and listening, especially you folks in Kenya. Y'all are awesome.
Yeah.
And shoot us a DM on Instagram at Gaming and Drinking, or
email.
Or email, gaminganddrinking@gmail.com. Yeah, I would love to get some questions and talk to anybody that's out there listening. Because right now, it feels kind of like we're in a echo chamber with just me and Travis.
Mm-hmm.
But we'll get out of there.
But we know that people are. We can see the numbers. We know people are watching and listening. So
I know the first place we're going in our tour.
Kenya. when we do our big worldwide tour.
Yep, exactly. So.
Kenya.
Yep, for sure. So anyways, cheers to you guys. Cheers to this PlayStation conference. Cheers to booze. Cheers to games. Y'all have a good one. And thanks for listening and watching.
Thank you.
Set the